Hello. Welcome back to me, I guess, not just you. Hopefully, I still have some viewership on here. I'm not really sure. Um, yeah, it's been over 3 months since I just kind of vanished. Um, so rather than kind of go back and rehash the past, um, I'll just do a quick little synopsis of what was going on for me. I have a feeling it was going on for many of us. So um, I just needed to go do my own work, right? My own the inside job work, get that done. Um, I wouldn't say there was a ton of dark night of the souls or anything like that. It was just a lot of questioning and a lot of figuring and a lot of soul searching and those just the usual things. Like what again? Kind of when we get to a point where like things are happening, but it's really slowly. Is like I think we all get into that like nothing's happening and this is all like what is this all? So it's I feel like just natural questioning, and I think that's part of the process. And so sometimes, yeah, we have to dip out and we have to go dark. And again, going dark doesn't necessarily mean I went to the other side. Switch sides, switching teams. No, still on Team Ascension, Team Universe, Team New Earth. So yeah, so that's it. That's really it in a nutshell. It wasn't anything major or anything. I think all of us are going through these time periods of big shifts and changes. We're in a massive one right now. Yeah, over the months, I was always like, okay, I'm gonna go back now. Got this special date, time, astrological event. And then it just never felt right and it never happened. And part of, I'll just be completely transparent. Part of it was, there was almost like, I feel like if I went dark, so did my guides, and so did, you know, it wasn't that I couldn't tap into information because I still have to do that for a living sometimes. I just really wasn't, yeah, I would sit down to read cards and do a reading, and this might happen again to me today, and I might just shit can this whole video, but um, it just cards were not making sense, and it wasn't coming together, and there was just a lot going on, and I think it's just sometimes in those processes, you just have to honor yourself and take that time. So that's what I was doing. Um, I'm feeling back and refreshed, although I really feel like this next little period is going to be, it's still going to continue to be, I don't want to say challenging, but it is because we're just, the new energy isn't fully in. The old is like taking its time to kick it. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. Um, yeah. So anyway, we are still in that weird kind of spot, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's a really good thing. Um, yeah, just I've had to take days where I just like say no to stuff and just go let the big thing that I think's happening is we're getting obviously tons and tons of energy influxes, upgrades, all of that. Um, the widespread exhaustion that everybody's experiencing um, is, and it's in a way meant to slow us down and just take stock and rest. And basically what I think is happening is we're integrating this energy. It doesn't just like, you know I think like the reason I'm coming on today is, and I'm going to call this video wrapping it up or wrap it up or something like that, is that we are at the end of a one cycle, but we're heading again. We always just head into a new one, right? The wheel turns and it keeps on turning. um, but this one I think is going to be this eclipse. So there's an eclipse today, tomorrow, lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces, because it's this leads me to what I think the biggest kind of takeaway we're going to get from this particular energy event is that Pisces, the age of Pisces, is finally coming to its end. And we've been talking about planets going into Aquarius for a couple of years now, but then, they retrograded for bits of time, and we've kind of been doing that back and forth thing, which is kind of what's been happening with the timelines too, right? We've been going back and forth between the I don't want to say positive negative timelines, but we've been bouncing around the universe, let's just say that. So I think if you take anything from this for this next little eclipse thing, is first of all, it is a big energetic event, but it's not going to be like, again, it's not like we flip the switch tomorrow and then everything's like pie in the sky, new earth arrives, all of the stuff. I think we still have lots of integration happening, but um, I think that's why I took 3 months off too. Is it's happening at such an accelerated pace that it's sometimes uncomfortable, painful, challenging, just all the words, right? So, but it's what we came here to do, and so we just keep moving on. Yeah, that's that's all I gotta say about that. Is so well. The key thing that I want to say is make sure you're taking care of yourself over this next little while because you are going to be integrating. So, like, if you have a day where you just don't feel well, if you have the means and ability to just take the day off and rest and do nothing, then the more of that we can do, the better. And if we can, even change our days so it's a little less uh, big and stressful, and just giving ourselves lots of time and space, um, as much as we can. I know it's not the most easy thing to do because we all have busy lives still, in this third dimensional craziness. But from what I see, like, the old is slowly, slowly, very slowly. I just want to like push the pillow a little harder. Anyway, that's terrible. But it's just like, why is this taking so long? um, it's crumbling. It's very apparent out there. We are still going through all these periods of discovery, disclosure, if you want to call it that, whatever you want to call it. But we're still in that period. That's going to be ongoing for a little while longer. Um, yeah, but I think September, we're heading into September, and I'm really getting the feeling that, not that it's going to be a little bit easier, but it is, because June and July were really intense. August was just weird. It was back and forth and in balance, out of balance, a little wobbly. Um, but but you could start to see the light at the end of August here. So that's good. We're coming out of the darkness, and yeah, it's more. It's just about bringing more light to every day, right? Um, yeah. The other thing too is, I think with this eclipse, um, it's making us turn more inward, and like really focusing on like where, who and what we are moving forward, right? Again, I've the broken record syndrome. That was the other thing too. Is I kept thinking like the videos just always sound the same. You're saying the same thing over and over, but it's, when you look at that, it's like, well, because it's like that's how simple it is. It's like this is how it is, and don't try to fight it and change it and micromanage it. And we just need to pause and let this all unfold. I like to look at it as like, I started to look at it as like the lotus flower, right? It's the great unfolding. It's great if you watch it in slow, time lapse motion, right? And that's kind of what we're watching it in. It's not moving really fast, but it's slowly blooming and blossoming, and it is a sight to behold. So I just count my lucky stars that I'm here, that I get to witness this. Um, totally agree. Sometimes it's challenging and stressful and maddening, could be the word too, frustrating. But I know in my heart of hearts, everything, it is shifting. It is shifting for the better. And our biggest job is, honestly, at this point, we're observing, we're taking it in, we're forming our um, personal directive, our free will. Where are we heading? What are we going to do with the information we're being given? And how are we going to transmute it? And how are we going to transform it and this earth? And, you know, we got lots of work to do, but just need to take it slowly. All right, so my plan was to kind of do this just with the basic energy, chakra energy cards. Um, Normally I would do a reading on a Monday and read for the whole week, Wednesday, you know, Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. But I'm recording this specifically for this eclipse. And so even though normally I would use the moon cards, it's just been so long since we've done this. So I just wanted to come on here really quick, and then I'll start getting back to more regular things over the next couple weeks. So we're just going to do like a really like one card, one of all the cards, read, find out where we're at. And I'm going to leave it there for now. Because the intention always was that it was energy updates, right? And so I feel like this next little while, we're just going to keep having this influx of energy. So it'll be nice to have like the energetic weather report for the week. So I'll mostly focus on those. I may focus on some of the moons and things like that, but overall it'll probably just be general energy reads. So that's the one. All right, let's get an overall sense. Oh, interesting. We've got the warrior card, number 37. Let's see here. Again, I read this one from the book because I don't, it's mirrored images in the cards, and so I don't often get a lot of hits off of it, but usually enjoy the the writing that Sarah's done. So, I'm a brave and fearless warrior of love. Yeah, and that's the other thing I really want to comment on really quick before we get into this card is we are very much still in the spiritual war, like 1,000%. So yeah, we're still gonna have good days and bad days and skirmishes and times where it looks like not good and times where it looks like amazing. Um, this this definitely isn't over, right? Like I've seen like we haven't talked in the last 3 months. I haven't talked to you, but you know, again, there was a surge up again of like attacks on each other within the spiritual community. People saying this person's this and this person's this and they're dark and they're light and they're fake and like just again, just like you know, everything to kind of. I always think when those things happen, like a lot of it happened around the Lionsgate, and there was a lot of pooping on the actual astrological lineup, whether that was even a thing. And people saying it doesn't, it's not a thing, it's just made up, and it's dark light, it's dark energy. So as soon as that stuff starts happening, this is like, oh, I know that that's real because they're, you know, those those who doth to protest too much. Is that what it is? Yeah. So as soon as that's how I gauge everything. Like, oh, if it's causing a stir, it's because there's something behind it, right? There's some truth and energy behind it that they don't want you to know, right? Anyway, and it all comes down to you making up your mind for yourself, right? This is all about our sovereignty and our free will and how we, you know, we have to be the one to come up with our beliefs and our structure and our boundaries, right? And nobody else should have influence on that. Okay. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. God, that's everywhere, right? Fear exists within you. Like the warrior, be strong in overcoming challenges and do not cow to worry. Fear is insidious and leads and feeds on itself. Love is the antidote to fear. Choose more love and less fear. That's totally what we need to do going forward. Be the brave warrior. We're still in that battle, and so we need to keep on keeping on. All right, let's see here. So I just want one more card from this for the overall energy. And then we're gonna read one of the chakra cards each and leave it. So, okay, we got the lovers again. So love. I've been listening to this song on repeat. It's called "Love Is the Answer." I think it's probably like a Christian song, but who cares? It again, it's like you have to feed your soul for things that make you uh, maintain that positive vibration. So whatever, I'm gonna keep listening to that song. Maybe I'll put it on this video. Um, yeah, on the post for this video. So yeah, I don't even remember who it's by. I could look it up if I really wanted. Okay, the Lovers. I see the divine in myself reflected in another. This is the interesting thing that I'm really starting to like grasp a hold of is that we always talk about source, God, um, the universe, whatever you want to term it. But we're always like, especially when you say the word God, and people always just like, I don't know why we make a them, even in the them, it's or he or she or it or they. It's none of those things. It's energy, right? And the where we're headed and new Earth is all new energy. It's just about energy, right? And how is your energy being used, and are we letting people manipulate it, or are we like declaring our sovereignty and being in complete understanding of our own energy field and how that vibrates, right? So that's, you know, I think that's, what am I trying to say? Anyway, we are the divine, and it's all just energy. It all comes back at the end of the day to everything being energy. So we're a part of this. We're not separate from it, and it's just really important, I think, to really start to investigate this frequency of love. What is that frequency? It's it's really important right now, I think, for us to be doing a deep dive and in basically like enveloping ourselves in that energy. So, okay, I'm just gonna do one of these each. Oh, interesting. Okay, I gotta hang on a second. I flipped a card while I was saying that in the Nature's Rhythm Oracle, so we're gonna go back to it because it's now come up in a second card. You'll see. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. What's this all about? What's this eclipse all about? Well, it's telling us. Oh, cards on the floor. I don't love that. Let me see if I can reach on that. Nope. Ugh. I can't reach this card. Oh, it's a bunch of them. All right, we're starting again with this one. We're just gonna start again. I just need one. That's all I need. I just need one. There it is. Oh, well, I got three. Haha. Oops. Okay. Ah, sorry. Those cards are jumpy and all over the place. And one more. Yeah. Okay. Ah, I'm just getting. Seriously, these cards they're not even on an angle, but they're just sliding out everywhere. Okay, so it's kind of basically just what I'm talking about. I'm going to read the Nature's Rhythm Oracle last, but I'm just going to show it to you right now. So it's number 17, consciousness. You'll see why that's important in a second. Okay, first up is we got the Wish Upon a Star card. Again, her hands are firmly grasped around the star, but the star is right at the higher heart and heart chakra. So I get this, and it's funny because it's also a crown chakra card. So I feel like it's super important right now that we are tapping in to our consciousness, to our higher selves, that we are manifesting and dreaming of what this looks like moving forward, right? So, and I don't mean to be that person, but I'm gonna be that person right now. No, I guess I mean it then, don't I? Let's be honest. The outside world is a complete distraction. Doesn't matter if it's politics, religion, all celebrities, all of that stuff. Distraction. It's stopping us from the new manifesting because we keep playing in the old system. If we truly want it to be gone and be done, we have to dip out of it. That's more or less also what I was doing over the last 3 months. I don't watch TV. I didn't follow other people. Didn't matter if it was spiritual or conspiracy or any of that stuff. I completely removed myself from all of it. And you know what? Nothing different happened. I didn't, you know, I wasn't ignorant about it. I wasn't just ignoring it, but bad things didn't keep happening to me. So again, I also pulled a card for myself earlier today, and it was that card about what are you ingesting? What food? What energy? What, and that's the big thing, what energy? Everything has energy. Food, television, friends, family. What are we pulling in every day and like manifesting more of? It's something that we have to really like. This is the mastery that we came to do, and it's not easy. Like, trust me. There's, I still live in 3D and I still have bills to pay. I don't want to pay those bills. I don't even really want to have cable for that matter, but I do. So, it's just like we have to find the checks and balances that work for us. Anyway, this card comes up, and because it's a crown chakra card, it's asking us to tap into that higher consciousness. Our true self is my dog, right? Anyway, okay. Spend more time wishing upon a star. It's funny because I think it was Tim Wilde said, like, for manifestation, instead of saying I want or I need or that kind of thing, to like start to hand it over to the fairies and say I wish. So we wish for better. We wish for bringing in more love, heart-centered consciousness. The next card we got, and that's why I said I showed you this one. We got 2 consciousness cards. So this eclipse is about really opening that pathway and showing us that, we are the universe and the divine, and we're all connected and all one, and it's time to start putting this consciousness out into the ethers so that we start creating what we want, not where we've been, not all the minutia of what's happening on this planet right now, but like seriously moving forward. If we want to move forward, it's not just something that arrives. It's not a package coming down from the heavens. We bring this in. We make this happen. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We've got to start stepping up. All right, we also got, what is this eclipse all about for us? Enlightenment. Destiny. It's our destiny. I always say this card too is the grasshopper is becoming the master. It's our destiny to do this. We need to start mastering this skill. Like, because it's what all of us are saying we want, but then we are stopping ourselves from getting there because we think we're separate. And we think that we're not part of this whole fabric, and we are, and we have to start stepping up. And I can tell you this, another 17 card. We get the solar plexus chakra choice. Free will, courage, willpower, change. Yeah, again, it's like I could just quote another thing. Be the change you wish to see in the world, right? We are doing this. We are the fearless warriors. That was our first card, right? Oops, and I just lost it. Oh, I shuffled it. No, I didn't mean to. Anyway, we are the ones that bring about this consciousness and this shift to love. So we have to start. Get on your horse and get going, because now's the time. Yeah, that's what this eclipse is all about. Is just like, this one came out too, and it's funny because it's also like a solar plexus card. So again, solar plexus is like our willpower, our self, not just our self-esteem, but like it's that healthy ego, like the belief in ourselves. On this card, it's personal boundaries. I just talked about boundaries a little bit. It's like we still have to have those in place, right? We're not letting other people make decisions for us. Choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity. Yeah. So this this lunar eclipse is really about our solar plexus chakra, which is funny because we're just coming out of Leo season, right? Um, that's also solar plexus chakra. So it's kind of good. It's kind of going out with a bang, like it was going to, right? I mean, we're just out of it. We're just into the next, but that Leo energy is still really present, right? So really important for us to be doing our work, um, and 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 moving towards this energy of love. Okay, we're gonna finish off by reading the consciousness card for because I think that'll be a good sum up, and I got we gotta go anyway. So, consciousness. I am the conscious creator of my reality. Yep, I mean that's the easiest and simplest way to say it. Take off your mask and reveal your true self. When you are conscious and aware of your truest intentions, you attract people and things that are in alignment with your vibration. You will spend less time and energy depleting your essence and life force. Life is the canvas for your creations. Yeah, like I said, what do we wish to see? Let's really start to take uh, let's really start to take this in our hands in September, and and it's there. The energies all come in. It's there. It's just how do we work it? How do we use it? How do we be a part of it? And then how do we create with it, right? So like manifest maybe not like the best word anymore, but it's like let's get into creation, right? To be conscious is to take responsibility for your thoughts and actions. Arrange your schedule one meaningful step at a time to create a life you love deeply. That, I think, is the pinnacle of the goal for September. And we'll get more into that in the next couple of weeks. But this is about us, like, really living the new earth life. The new earth life is is living our and working our passions and being happy with everything we're creating, right? Not like someone else's opinion, everybody else's opinion, um, all the rules and structure and those things. While they're still in play right now, they're not going to be for like that much longer. So we need to build ourselves the new foundation so that when the time comes, we're ready to just land on the foundation and build. All right, we're going to leave it there because I have to go, but also it's a good start back. I'm happy with this reading. Hope you are too. And just remember, yeah, I'm no better or worse than any of us. We're all on the same path together. I hope you get lots of things out of this that like help confirm that it's okay. It's going to be okay. And yeah, we'll just take the journey together. We'll be fearless warriors together. Okay, take care of yourselves. I love you.